Today I'm going to be bringing you 3 unisex fragrances from the high street fashion brand Allsaints. To find out my thoughts, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 26 of my Fragrance 365 project where I talk about a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today I'm focusing on these 3 unisex fragrances from British fashion brand Allsaints. There's also a couple of others in this line called Leather Skies and Flora Mortis, but these are the ones that I'm going to be focusing on today because you can pick these up from discounters and I got a really good deal on these 3, so these are the ones we'll be focusing on. Don't forget, if you live in the UK and you'd like to sample any of these or any of the other fragrances that I featured in my reviews, you can purchase them from my eBay shop and I'll post a link down in the description below. Yeah, okay, so first up we've got this one and it's called Sunset Riot. The prominent notes in this are pink pepper, orange flower, amber and cedarwood. This is the sweetest of the 3 and it's got a warm leathery character. Pink pepper is listed as the main opening note, but I don't get too much in the way of spiciness apart from the opening blast. The woodiness is present from the initial spray and it's sweetened up a fair bit by the orange flower. It's a really interesting and fairly unique smell, and it's kind of not one that I could say, oh yeah, it smells exactly like so and so. But if I had to describe what I think it smells similar to, it kind of reminds me of a Zaro Wanted by Night. It's not the same, but it's in that kind of family of fragrances where leather's not listed as in the note breakdown, but the overall composition produces like a leathery accord. It smells really modern and I would say it's got a really nice and pleasing scent character. Okay, next up we've got this one, and this one's called Metal Wave with prominent notes of juniper berry, magnolia and papyrus wood. This is the one that when I first kind of smelled them all for the first time, this is the one that kind of jumped out and I gravitated towards the most. It's a touch brighter and a bit more crisp than the other 2, and it's got like this industrial metallic type character. It's a musky oriental fragrance and it's centred around that note of juniper berry and has a prominent woody base with a touch of magnolia thrown in. Again, it's got this niche and quirky quality and it's not something you're going to smell too often on a lot of other people, but it does come across probably the most versatile out of these 3, and yeah, I do like this one. Yes, and finally we have this one and it's called Incense City, and this one has cypress, cedarwood and incense as its prominent notes. I would say this is the most mature of the 3 and I would also say the most challenging. It's a very smoky scent with a touch of spiciness and it's got a Middle Eastern quality about it. I've smelled a few niche fragrances with this kind of scent character, but I can't quite put my finger on which one. It could have been one of the Parfums de Marly fragrances like Callan or Ojan, but I just can't be sure. All I know is that this one is one that I'm particularly not fond of. This is the most polarising of these 3 and it's one that I wouldn't ever reach for, but fragrances are subjective, so I would say give this one a try if you like your darker niche fragrances. It might just be right up your street. Yeah, the bottles come in this minimalist design in these square clear glass bottles with a textured white label and clear and easy to read branding. The cool bit is when you flip them around and you get these very cool images on the reverse of the label, which I think are a really nice touch. You get a very hard ceramic cap when I can get it off, which looks like a cork because it's got like these small little indents in there. And it's a very, very smart looking bottle design. It looks smart when they're all in the collection. The box continues in the similar vein. It's got the minimalist branding on the front, and then on the reverse of the box you get those really nice images of each floral pattern there. You can pick these up for less than £40 now at discounters, and for that money I think the presentation is very, very good quality. The atomizer, let's have a look at the atomizer, get the cap off. The atomizer is beautiful spray quality there. Yeah, I think the presentation is really quirky, really artistic, and yeah, the presentation gets a thumbs up from me. I would say all three of these are casual urban daily drivers. If you're familiar with the Allsaints brand of clothing, I feel that these fragrances complement the brand's creative and edgy style. They smell very modern and they have a unique quality about them. Maybe because I'm so familiar with the brand's distressed style leather jackets, jeans and boots and what have you, I would probably tend to stay away from these if I'm going to wear them in a dressed up formal situation. But they are all very versatile, and I'd say that anybody of any age could wear these. Yeah, all three of these are an eau de parfum concentration and they perform really well. They're much better than a lot of the other own brand fragrances from high street shop chains that I've tested recently. I would say that you get around about 6 to 7 hours of performance out of these with a decent projection, not beastly but decent projection, and it makes them ideal just for a casual daytime scent. Yeah, these all smell unique and high quality. They often get compared to niche fragrances by the likes of Xerjoff and Mancera. They perform really well and are presented in great looking packaging and bottle design. I would say try before you buy any of these though, because they're not what I would describe as mass appealing, even though I do think they're all pretty pleasant enough. I personally prefer the Sunset Riot and the Metal Wave out of the three, and I'm also looking forward to kind of getting my nose on the other two in the line. So overall, I'm going to give this triple threat of fragrances from the house of Allsaints a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for today's scent of the day. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a forgotten classic, so don't forget to tune in for that one. I'd just like to say to all the people who have sent me kind messages of support that I really appreciate it. I'm continuing to try to improve and develop the videos as I go along, so I hope you stick around for loads more fragrance-based chat. Also, if you're new to the channel and you want to come along on this Fragrance 365 journey, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of future uploads. Once again, everybody, thank you very much once again for watching. Stay safe and keep smelling fresh. Bye bye for now.